Hello, universe. Welcome to my world. Today, we're doing Angelina Jordan again, and we're going to do the format we've been doing recently. We're going to look at one song, and we're going to look at many artists, finishing with Angelina Jordan. And today, we're going to the Lion's Den, and we're going to be looking at Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse classic. Now, many singers who've covered this song have been very brave because Amy Winehouse herself is one of the superstars of the 21st century. And this song, Back to Black, was originally written by Amy Winehouse with Mark Ronson, who went on to produce it. Mark Ronson himself, although he's quite famous, probably should be even more famous than he is. He was involved with Amy Winehouse's Valerie. He also co-wrote with Amy Winehouse the song Rehab. In fact, they were walking down the street and she said to him, "They want me to go rehab," and I say, "No, no, no." And he immediately rushed her into the studio when he heard that line to make the recording. And Mark Ronson is also most famous for probably having the record of the last decade with Uptown Funk. And you can see him featured sitting on the car. And if you look at the credits for that billion-viewed YouTube hit, he actually has top billing, and it's only featuring Bruno Mars. So Mark Ronson is really, really right up there. Now, this song, many artists have covered it, and many artists try and go in the direction of Amy Winehouse, and it's a very, very difficult ask to go in that direction because Amy Winehouse is, what can you say? She's Amy Winehouse. So what I've tried to do, I've tried to do versions which are unusual. And so that's been a challenge because it's a very, very difficult song to cover. I've chosen 3 different versions to start with from talent shows from 3 different continents. First one is from an America's Got Talent performance, and that will be followed by a South African talent show. Let's have a look.
She left no time to regret. She kept her head with her same old safe bed. And me, and my head high, and my tears dry. Get on without my girl. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. If you go back to her, then I'll go back to.
That was Paige Anderson for the X Factor in America. And now we're going to South Africa. And we are going to be hearing the version by Bungawi Selinda.
Trouble stack, my yards are stacked, and I go back to black.
Now the third version of a talent show we're going to do is from France, and the singer does partially in English and partially in French, and this is even less of a jazzy version and even more of a soul version. I like this version. I think this one is very good. His name is Valentin.
He left no time to regret. Kept his secret with his same old safe bed. And I threw it a trouble track. My heart's all stacked, and I go back to black. s'est dit au revoir qu'avec des mots. Je suis mort des centaines de fois.
That was an exceptional version and very original considering what the original song is like. Next, we're having a very unusual direction. We are going to a university choir who do an a cappella arrangement. And it's a very, very creative arrangement and very, very different from everything else we hear.
He left no time to regret, kept his lips wet with his same old safe bet. Me and my head high and my tears dry, get on without my guy. You went back to what you knew, so far removed from all that we went through. And I tread a troubled track, my eyes say I'll go back to black. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black.
This is my favorite part coming up. I thought that was excellent. It was so original and the arrangement is so complex and rich. I really, really like that one. Next, we go to a Miss Amy Winehouse. Now, Amy Winehouse is one of these artists like Frank Sinatra. She needs absolutely no introduction. She is one of a kind and she has a very, very rare talent. She is a natural jazz singer and she impresses everyone. What I would say about Amy Winehouse is, unfortunately, she is as famous for the tragedy of her life and her early death. It's very, very difficult being a rock star, I reckon. The pressure and the lifestyle, having to tour must be terrible. You know, you go to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning, you have no stability, you have no family, you're living out of a suitcase in a hotel. And there are so many rock stars who die in their late 20s. It's not just Amy Winehouse, it's not just Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, it's Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and the list goes on and on. It's a very, very difficult life. And, you know, if you have a choice between being a rock star and an accountant, one is more dull, but one is safer. There you go. Now, Amy Winehouse has many different versions. This one is my favorite version, and this one is really, really hard to beat.
He left no time to regret, kept his dick wet with his
very raunchy.
Me and my head high and my tears dry, yet on without my God. You went back to what you know, so far removed from all that we went through. And I tread a troubled track. My eyes are stacked. I go back to black. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to, I go back to us. I love you much. It's not enough. You love below, and I love above. And life is like a pie, and I'm a tiny petty rolling up the walls inside. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to. I go back to black, 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 I go back to, I go back to. We only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and we only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her, and I go back to black.
And now we get on to Angelina Jordan. One of the singers who Angelina Jordan is compared to is Amy Winehouse. Now, she cannot sound more like Amy Winehouse than Amy Winehouse herself, but Angelina Jordan, very brave, goes into the eye of the hurricane and tackles this song. I can honestly say that Angelina Jordan is not better than Amy Winehouse, but she gives it a try, and you can see the immense talent that Angelina Jordan has. And many of the versions, especially on the talent shows, do not do the end where she repeats the word 7 times black. And for me, that is not only is it the best part of this song, but it is the most difficult to sing, and it is the most pleasing to the ear. For me, this is really the acid test of how good the singer is. Now, Angelina Jordan, in her version, she actually doesn't sing the word black 7 times. She actually sings the word laugh 7 times, because Angelina Jordan has changed the lyrics to make it more age appropriate. And there are 1 or 2 moments where she might have a little bit too many lyrics musically for the phrase, but Angelina Jordan still does a really, really killer version of this.
I've gone mad by your love,
not bad for a 10-year-old girl trying to pay homage to her idol. Now, we will carry on with our world of Angelina Jordan. We will look at other songs and other singers and other possibilities. This has yet to run quite a distance more. Okay, gang, I'm out of here. See you later.